Good morning, people. I just landed in your town.
I just wanted to see how long before anybody started talking.
Hey. Is this a cold open? What is this? What are we doing?
Open mic.
It's a very cold open.
All right.
Welcome, whether you're new or if you know, this is...
Hashtag Just Saying the podcast.
While we're prostituting ourselves, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, blah, blah, blah. You can watch the first 40 of the show here on YouTube's Listen, we're streaming things. Stream to the entire episode. We have pre-show banter and Trivia Tuesday on TikTok. Usually, it actually gets uploaded on Tuesday.
It does. It was Tara versus Sean.
Yes.
Nail biter.
All I'll say about that is
on the edge of your seat.
I did better than I thought I would.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I don't make it too difficult.
Well, sometimes Joe's like, let me talk about algebra.
Put on your thinking caps. How many planets are there?
We covered this last week.
8.
I still say
According
9.
to NASA, there's 8 planets.
I count Pluto.
Screw them, there's 9.
And how do you remember the 8 planets?
We talked about this last week.
I know. Forget it.
When we accidentally, when the computer decided it was just going to quit.
I talked about shapes.
You talked about shapes?
Shapes in the trivia question. Shapes and and states.
I didn't realize there was a whole
U.S. history and.
I didn't know we had a theme.
like a sprinklings,
Sprinklings.
Some stuff you learn. You're supposed to know. General knowledge.
Well, then
What color are the red fire trucks?
I definitely failed one of those.
With them taking away Pluto as a planet, that also takes away our
Pizza.
famous saying with pizza.
They took away our pizza.
I still do it.
You do?
I still do it. And you know what? I was talking to Jay about that last week because I said, we randomly started talking about this on the show, and he goes, "What is that? I never heard that." I said, really?
Wow, I never heard either. That was my first time.
My goodness,
you learn things.
So now you get 9, and that's it.
Yeah.
At the end, there's no 9 pizzas.
You have to change it.
I still say Pluto. You know what?
Me
I mean,
too.
they can.
That's what I was brought up with, Pluto.
Yeah. I'm not gonna.
And who named them?
I'm not gonna discount
That
it.
planet's Mercury.
Says
honestly,
who?
Says me.
I don't know.
That's New York. That's Massachusetts. Like, who named these things?
Well, that all comes from
England.
Mainly, yeah. Because in the UK you get a lot of. There's a Boston in UK, and there's a Worcester and a Gloucester and a Leicester and yeah.
Leominster.
Well, yeah, but they there's one they actually pronounce it as Leicester.
Oh.
And we would say it a bit different, but anyway.
How's everybody? What's wrong, Tara?
It's therapy time. No. It was
have pens.
Yeah. It was a very stressful week. I decided this week. Well, let me take you through Monday.
Okay.
So over the weekend, I had a conversation with Jay because my niece is moving out. So he will be getting his office back, which I am thrilled. I was like, you know what? There's no excuse for your stuff everywhere now.
Right.
Just put it there. Right?
And neatly.
Yeah, well, I don't care if it's neat.
So she moving around April?
Shut the door. I think it's going to be the end of April.
Oh, okay.
So I said to him, you should maybe start cleaning out your storage unit. Because he has a storage unit with all the stuff in it.
Oh.
And that immediately made him absolutely freak out. Because he doesn't like to throw anything away. So he was like,
Pack rat.
I don't know.
Hoarder.
So I said, now I had cleaned his office at least 4 or 5 times before he lost it.
Ah.
And I was like, am I really going to have to clean? I was like, this will be like the 3rd storage unit of yours that I've cleaned. And I was like, I said,
The
listen,
second
this is.
house.
I said, if I do this, it will absolutely be the last time because I can't keep doing this, you know?
Damn.
So I figured the only way anything would get done would be if I did it. So on my lunch break Monday, because it was a rainy day, I grabbed like a roll of trash bags. I grabbed the key and I went to the storage unit. Now, I have not been to the storage unit
How
since...
far away is it?
It takes about 15, 20 minutes to get there.
How big is it?
It's not huge.
Okay, I like it.
If I'm honest, it would be like the size of this studio.
Okay.
Maybe smaller.
Okay.
You can't see it, but we can. And
It's filled to the brim.
yeah. Oh, so I haven't seen the storage unit since he rented it and we moved stuff in.
Oh.
He has since added to the pile. So I opened up the thing and I was just like, oh,
no.
like I was immediately like, oh, this is so much worse than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And I spent as much as I could in my lunch hour cleaning it up. I got a bag and a half
Ooh.
of trash.
Just half?
Yeah, just half. Now the problem is that he used to work in radio. He has a ton of that equipment.
Damn.
And a lot of it is heavy and I can't
Lift
I
it.
could only do like the front of it. I couldn't get to the very back. So I asked him
You lost.
when he came home, I said, listen, would you be willing to move the stuff out of my way so that I could get to the totes in the back? And he goes, yeah, I could do that. And then he starts like, well, are you actually like going through stuff or are you just throwing it away? And I was like, oh, never mind. Never mind. I said, I can already see you are going to broom block me from cleaning. I was like, you're going to slow me down. So I texted Nikki.
Hi, Nikki.
My niece, and I said, listen, all I need you to do are move some totes out of the way. I'm not asking you to clean. I'm not asking you to do anything. I just need you to move stuff out of my way so that I can get at it. So she's like, absolutely.
Keep a lookout.
So she goes, absolutely. When do you want to do it? And I was like, when do you have free time? And she goes, well, Saturday morning or Sunday morning, I can help you. So I said, how about Saturday morning? Because my thinking is, if we go Saturday morning, I think it's only going to take a couple hours. Because there's not a ton of there's not a ton that I can actually do. A lot of it is radio stuff,
Right.
which he has promised me he will go through. And
Did you ask him nicely?
No.
Yeah.
And,
Damn, sir.
and he may or may not, but it will be past my problem at that point, right? So Nikki and I have a plan, and we're getting up tomorrow morning, and we're going to the storage thing.
Wow.
My hope is that it will only be a couple hours, because she has something to do in the afternoon anyway. So hopefully we're gonna get everything done. And
Excuse me.
my plan is to load up everything in the car. And,
Your car?
Yes, and take it to the landfill before they close Saturday.
Time they close?
I think they close somewhere between 12 and 3, and I know that's a wide window. But I think we'll be done by like 11 o'clock. I hope.
Cross your fingers.
Because if I leave the bags there, right, he's going to go to the storage unit and go through the bags. And like take stuff out. Which he has already.
This is still good.
He has already. When he found out that I was there on Monday, he goes, so you threw stuff away? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, and then I said, well, the bags, I didn't take the bags are still there. And he goes, oh, are they? And then he started like, and then he goes, I was thinking about going to the storage unit. I said, no, you're not taking, because I have
Inches
the
away to
only,
the door.
I have the only car right now. So whenever he goes to take me, he asks me. So he's like, do you think I'd go to the storage unit? No. You're not going to the storage unit.
I gotta go to the store.
Yeah.
I gotta get you Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not going to work. I went there today. I grabbed like to the store, got more Mountain Dew. I took the last of what the guy had, and I looked at him. I was like, "You need more?"
What flavor?
Live wire. Yeah. So that's gonna be my Saturday morning. I gotta get up
That
and.
sounds like a fun time.
Oh, it's gonna be awful. It's
You
gonna
don't
be
gotta
awful.
work tomorrow?
No, they cut my overtime.
Oh,
No overtime for a little while.
nice.
Mm.
Yeah, but,
I'm not thrilled.
well,
When she wants it, it's not there.
Here's the thing, right? Is that because I was looking at the numbers, my car is almost paid off.
ooh,
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be paid off if I keep paying what I'm paying and whatnot. It's
Right.
gonna be paid off by June or July.
this year.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Hey.
I'm very excited. So the extra coin
Excited.
would have been helpful
Nice.
because I was gonna like try to, pay as much.
Now you're gonna cut back on your insurance. You're gonna keep the same.
I'll just keep it the same. Why not?
You like just do. You don't need full coverage. Just go basic.
No,
They
no,
save some
full-
money.
Full coverage. I mean, I don't. My
Gotta cover those lights.
yeah, really.
Insurance.
I mean, my insurance payment is not. I think it's pretty fair. It's not like astronomical or anything.
What do you have?
I have Arbella.
Arbella.
Yeah.
No Liberty?
I wouldn't. You know what? Just based on their
You're
commercials.
just a flightless bird.
Just based on their commercials, I wouldn't go with Liberty. I hate them. I absolutely hate
Doug.
them. I have property insurance on the house in the UK, and that's by a company called Admiral. And they keep sending me stuff like, if you want to like cover your car and stuff, and I'm like,
I don't even live there.
I don't even have a car here.
Isn't there another one called the General?
Yeah, there's one in this country called the General. Yeah.
There's Geico, Progressive,
Jay has Geico.
State Farm. You're in good hands.
Are you though?
I think I have a safety.
What's the other one with Mayhem?
It's called safety.
The Mayhem guy.
That's not State Farm, is it? No.
Protected from mayhem like me.
Allstate.
Good all state.
Yeah.
I'm an overzealous freaking.
Oh, yeah,
I like blowing leaves into the street, which is
Leaf blower.
illegal. A friend of mine, like, he was riding his motorcycle, and the guy was like cutting his grass, and the grass clipping went into the street, and like his motorcycle, he crashed his motorcycle.
Oh, that's awful.
I'm like, I guess that's illegal. Like, if you're like cutting grass, and you can't,
Oh.
you gotta like direct it to away from the street,
Oh dear.
but like to avoid
You know what?
car accidents and motorcycles.
That's not ever something I've thought of. I'm just trying to get the lawn mowed.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure it's in Massachusetts. Like you gotta avoid putting your grass clippings in the street.
Interesting.
But sometimes you can't avoid it. Like
Well,
if the wind blows, it goes in the.
no, I'm not sweeping the street.
Right.
I'm not.
That's what the rain's for. Wash it away.
Right down the
It's gonna
gutter.
rain like next street
the
for the
wind.
next 3 days.
Is it really?
That's what I said. So they say. They could be wrong.
Well,
I think we're getting a lot of rain within a week.
A lot of things they say that are wrong.
I was I'm hoping to finish the whole storage unit thing
Yeah.
tomorrow because in the following
done.
weekends I got to do the spring cleanup.
Yeah.
Spring cleanup. Gotta.
I was
Gotta
doing
get
that
stuff done.
on Sunday.
Were you?
I was.
So what were you doing?
I
Oh,
was cutting trees and branches with a chainsaw.
were you?
And cut my finger.
Holy crap!
It's still there.
Oh my god!
It's not that. It's just a flesh wound.
No, it isn't.
I didn't have
It's
to like
just
go
a
to like
wound,
the
that's all.
I didn't have to go to the doctor or anything.
You probably should have.
No, it's fine. It's nicked me.
Nicked you.
So I just wrapped it up and
Oh my god.
it's getting better.
I mean,
I highly
can't-
recommend not doing that.
How
Cutting
did
yourself
you-
with a chainsaw.
how did you cut your hand?
Accidentally. I was
Well, obviously.
cutting and like the thing kicked back and then oh
Oh,
like shit.
jeez.
pretending
It was like
Leatherface.
electric chainsaw. It wasn't like a big fucking like it was
Oh,
one of those like works ones.
well, that doesn't make it better.
Leatherface.
It still hurt.
My god.
It's fine.
oh, he's like,
It's getting
fine.
better. It was worse like when I first did it.
I actually, when you first showed it to me, I thought you got stitches.
No, it's just healing.
It's like
It's open. It's fine. It's healing.
it's like 2 times its normal size, but it's fine.
It's fine.
It's swollen, jagged.
Chainsaws are dangerous, kids.
Oh God! See,
So I just wrapped it up and went back to work.
this is why my family doesn't let me play with things.
This is why we have expensive.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to play with things because they're like, that's an emergency room trip to me. One time, my dad, because he works down at this farm,
Hi, Bob.
and he was
Robert.
doing something with a nail gun.
Oh shit!
Went right through his finger with the nail gun and like nailed 2 fingers together. Then wrapped it up and drove himself to the emergency room
I get a boo boo.
and was like,
Damn, Bob.
I did this. If you want to unnail them, that'd be great. And like I was talking to him not about the other day, but I was talking to him shortly after he did it, and I said, you know what sucks? I said, if you have just made it impossible now for me to complain about anything pain-wise, because you're gonna fire back at me with, I nailed 2 fingers together and drove myself. I can't top that at all.
I didn't feel a thing.
Well, he said that too. He goes, it happens so quick, you don't really,
Yeah.
Feel it.
Adrenaline.
yeah. And I was
Same
like,
here. I'm like,
I said, no, I'm pretty sure I would have felt it.
Howie!
Be like, this isn't normal.
What is wrong with this picture?
Yeah. Like, no.
at least you can do like the Vulcan thing easier. I know.
Oh. Yeah.
Anyway.
I can do it with this hand. I can do it with a struggle in this hand.
Really?
Yeah. I can do it with the left, but I'm a righty. I should be able to do it better with the right. But
I feel like the penguin when I do both.
Yeah, I'm right-handed. Like, I think, my index finger on my left hand, I won't need it this week.
And let me
I
guess.
do need it.
Let me guess. You kept banging it while you were working,
That
right?
and like trying to like tie your shoe, like, damn it, because like
Oh, because you
You
severed
need your
the
fingers,
You
people.
severed the nerves, and you can't. tie
the nerves are still there.
Jesus.
Just nicked it
You keep saying that you nicked it,
with
but
a
it doesn't-
chainsaw.
That is not a nick. That's a gouge. You have gouged yourself.
just take a picture and put it up on the Facebook page and let everyone know.
No, I don't.
No.
I'm not,
NSFW. People will vomit.
people are like, that's nothing.
Let's compare injuries.
I've done worse.
I drove myself to the emergency room after. You didn't even go to the doctor? That would have been a doctor visit for me. Boy, oh boy.
Wasn't that bad. Just cleaned it, wrapped it up,
Oh.
bandaged it up.
Ugh.
Didn't get like to the bone or anything. I didn't have
That
to,
you're aware of.
No,
Oh my
my
god.
finger still works.
My finger still
I
works.
can feel it.
Oh.
I just got a nice little story for the next 35 years.
Remember when I was doing the chainsaw? Watch out for that kickback, I guess.
Back in 2025.
The Great
why you-
Chainsaw Fiasco of 2025.
You know what?
What's-
That runs with my theory of sometimes it's better to just hire other people to do things.
Kevin,
Then it
Kevin.
wouldn't have this great story, Tara.
I don't know what happened to Kevin.
Tree.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
Kevin, come back.
I don't know. He may not be living over there anymore.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't get involved with other people's households.
No.
and he did so well last time he was in your yard.
The lady who works who lives in the house over there,
Okay.
there's a UPS store in town,
Excuse me.
and this family works at the UPS store.
The whole family?
Well, he has seen. Well, the
Like a
husband.
living color.
The husband also owns like a gas station near the Rotary, but it's mainly the wife because Jay went to go ship some radios to England, and he went in there, and then the wife, I know, he's flooding 2 houses with radios, and the wife was like, "Oh," and they were chatting because she's like, "I'm your neighbor," and he's like, "Oh, are you?" So
From which side?
yeah, well, yeah, it's pretty obvious. So Jay got because he's in that time of life, Mr. AARP. Jay got this thing from the doctor for a like a home colonoscopy thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Anybody have to do that? No,
Not yet.
not yet. I'm surprised you haven't.
Me too.
Honestly.
No one's called me in.
So it's
Imagine
like,
trying to have to ship your.
well,
Ship your shit.
it was sitting on the countertop for like half a month, and I looked at him and I said, "I'm serious. I'm serious." No,
The sample?
no, the box.
Oh, I'm gonna say I'm like
The box. No.
It flies around it.
No, I wouldn't have allowed that. I mean, no.
Jay, get this shit out of here.
So, and he didn't want to do it, and
What
I
a crappy
said,
day.
and I said, "Listen, you have to do this." I said because he has a doctor. We both have a doctor appointment next week, and we're seeing the doctor within like 1 hour of each other.
On April 1st.
He's getting us back to back. So I said, if you don't have this done by the time you go see him, he's probably going to schedule you for an actual colonoscopy. And let me tell you something, you're not going to like that at all. I said, first you have to fast.
Cologuard.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's in a commercial.
you got to fast, and then you got to drink the horrible stuff,
Barium.
which I have found a mixture of Miralax and Gatorade works much, much better. But anyway, I said, you're not gonna have a good time if you have to do that. And he's never had to have any kind of procedure done.
Right.
So he's like, yeah, I should just do it. So he was holding off because he simply didn't want to read the directions on how to do it. So he finally did, and he did it. But to ship it out, you have to go to UPS. So he comes in my office, and he's got the little box, and I was like, you got your box of fun?
Biohazard.
And he goes, yeah, I got my box of fun. He goes, I got to go bring it to the UPS. And I said, okay. And he goes, but the lady next door works there. I said,
She probably sees it all the time.
I said, so? And he goes, she's going to know what's in the box. I said, why do you care if she knows what's in the box? And he's like, because she's going to know.
Yes.
I said, I'm sorry, but I said, do you want me to do it? No, I'll do it. Okay. He went, she was like, oh, hi. Like
She probably gets one at least once a week.
she small talked him like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
How was your trip? Did you get the package? Da, da, da. And he's like, yep, now I have this. Oh,
The new package.
yeah.
All right.
So, hey, it'll be coming to
Someday.
your door at some point.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say it out loud, but I still haven't gotten any AARP stuff. Kind of happy.
It's weird that I get it before you.
I think it's hilarious you get it. They sat in the office going, well, we could send it to this woman, but this guy naps in a chair, so.
He's younger than her, but he falls asleep like an old man, so give it to him.
Send it to that guy.
He dozes off about 3 or 4 times during the evening, so go ahead.
You really?
Sometimes.
Oh, Sunday nights I look over at my dad, and a lot of times he's just. So you could go to bed. Why?
He's just resting his eyes.
Not tired.
Remember on Christmas vacation when the 2 old guys were in the chairs
Yeah,
asleep?
snoring
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, that's me.
Jeez.
Damn.
What can you do? So what else is going on, Joe?
Well,
I don't want to interrupt your list.
Ed Sheeran, you know who that is?
I am aware of the person.
Yes, he's a musician.
He's recently in Boston.
He's coming to Ipswich,
Ipswich, Mass.
Massachusetts. Yeah, I guess he's making a music video or something. I don't know. I
Oh,
heard him on the radio. Like he's coming. I'm like, great. He's got good music, but I want to go all the way to Ipswich to meet Ed Sheeran. I mean,
I've never heard a song he does. So
yeah, he's got good music.
I take your word for it.
He's good.
Okay.
So if you want
Joe.
to meet Ed Sheeran, take a ride to Ipswich, and maybe you'll see.
Or
him
if you want to avoid him, don't go to Ipswich.
be in a music video.
It's the one I'm thinking of.
I know he's got the red hair.
Yeah,
The redhead
he
dude.
recently popped into a bar in Boston
British,
Oh, did he?
English.
on St. Patty's Day.
I'm sure he fit right in.
Yeah, one of my
Jeez.
coworkers was there.
Yeah.
Ed
She almost-
Sheeran.
She almost didn't go.
Because he was going to be there.
Well, no, I don't know why she didn't want to go, but
Oh.
her friend that worked there, I think she's like a manager or something, of the place.
Yeah.
So you have to come here. I can't tell you why, but you have to come. So it was like a little surprise,
Oh.
Get here now.
and she was very happy that she went.
To
Get an autograph and a picture, and
No, she just kind of saw him like from where we are to over there.
I
but-
saw him. That's
Yeah.
enough for me.
Yeah.
we nodded at each other across the room.
What's up?
Hey,
up?
but your album.
Like on La Bamba.
Oh, you're the one.
It's you.
Damn it. All right. Joe Gatto. Do you know who that is? From the Impractical Jokers.
Unfortunately, I learned who he was this week.
Yes, he was accused of sexual assault.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Not good for him, Sean. No. That's bad. He's the one who goes, Larry!
Yeah, he was I don't know, slated to do some kind of book tour or some kind of stand-up tour or something. He canceled all that stuff.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Oh.
He don't seem like the type, but you never know.
Well, what's the type, Joe?
I'm just kidding. Putting the show on. I was just joking. I'm kidding. They got beady eyes, you know.
Don't make him take off that headband.
Those types.
The types? Hey.
Quiet.
Yeah. It's always the quiet ones. But the loud ones will kick your ass.
I'll kill the next motherfucker that walks in there.
Let's see. WWE has a new show called LFG. I sent you guys the trailer.
I watched it.
Legends and Future Greats.
My thing with that is that I got really confused because I know it's a different premise, but it seems like they have a lot of shows that revolve around like training new people.
Yep. Like Tough Enough.
Yeah, it felt very Tough Enough vibe to me.
But it's like teams. Like each team has like a captain. And
Yeah.
it's hosted by Shawn Michaels. Captains are
Sean's like, ugh.
Booker T,
Uh-huh.
Bubba Ray, Mickey James, and Undertaker. So, and each week, like, you know, they have challenges. You know, whoever wins the challenge gets to pick their mentor, and then once everyone has, you know, like I think five for each team, they just like go up against team versus team, and whoever wins at the end, you know, that person gets a contract for what's the new one, AEW, whatever it is. Or,
I think.
one of the new ones, not Raw or anything, but like
NXT.
NXT, yeah, gets a contract for NXT, and the coach like gets like, you know, like an award, you know, like bragging rights. Hey, I beat you guys, you know, like
Oh.
so.
Well, it's not really a lot of incentive for the coach, is it?
Yay.
I know. Hey, do you remember that time I
Like
beat
the
you?
first episode, like Bubba Ray was like having a beef with one of the guys because, like, you know, they came up to him and tried to shake his hand, and Bubba Ray wouldn't shake his hand, and they were doing like promo like challenge, and like he's like, I don't like you, Bubba Ray. I think you're disrespectful, blah blah blah, and he's like, that was pretty good. He's like, I was being truthful. I really don't like you. Bubba Ray's like, all right, whatever.
Wow.
I don't want to shake your hand. Sorry.
Wow. Jeez. Little fact rooted in fiction there. So you've been watching it?
I watched like one
take it,
episode,
yeah.
but like they have like all types of play, like football players, Olympic athletes.
Mm-hmm.
One girl's like a cheerleader, and like she wants to like get in WWE. You know, taking bumps.
Okay.
You know, taking the ropes.
Let me
and,
fluff my pom poms.
You know, there's one guy from like New Hampshire. I was like, oh, local boy, kind of to us.
They have a lot of shows.
They do.
That surprised me because I went on.
They got like their own station.
Oh, I was on Netflix.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of shit on Netflix.
On WWE, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got that new contract.
I know, but that doesn't mean they need all the crap on there.
Yeah, they're on there. They're on Peacock.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
speaking of Netflix,
Yes.
before I forget,
Okay. Hit it.
do you know who Bert Kreischer is?
Yeah, the comedian who takes his shirt off.
Yeah. He came out with a new special this week.
Oh, did he?
So I thought,
Nice.
it's called Lucky. So I thought, oh, I'll watch that because he can be kind of funny.
Yeah,
So
the
I
movie
started,
with Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I never
Him.
watched it. So I started watching it, and it was all right. I mean, it's his usual stuff. He gabs about his wife and
Machine.
his children and
Yeah.
his wacky adventures.
He's best friends with Tom Segura.
I don't know.
They have a podcast together.
Yeah, the two bears in a cave.
Yeah.
I have no idea about. I don't listen to Tom Segura.
It's pretty good.
My nephew keeps telling me I should.
He's good.
But here's where it takes a turn.
Ooh.
Because I really wish somebody had told me, so I'm gonna tell other people.
Ooh.
When he gets to the last story, if you have any kind of animal sensitivity, shut it off immediately.
Really?
Because
kind of animal is involved in this joke.
all I'll say is he talks about his dog. And by the end of it, I was crying so hard.
Oh.
And I was like, you bastard. Like, I don't watch
Bert.
comedy to cry.
Right.
And what he's been doing because I follow him on Instagram. And what he's been doing on Instagram is like when people tag him in their crying photos, he's like posting like their crying photos, like, sorry I made you cry.
Thanks for watching. Sorry I made you cry.
Yeah, he's like,
Thanks for making me a millionaire.
thanks for watching. You know, I'm sorry. He's like, actually, it's more like thank you for your support for the story. I wasn't really gonna. Apparently, he wasn't gonna put it in, and then changed his mind at the last minute and was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell this story, and it's a heartbreaking fucking story. And I was like, oh my god.
Damn. Yeah, him and Tom did like a duet roast of when they did Brady.
Yeah.
It wasn't that funny.
3-hour one with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Still haven't seen it.
It's good, but like
I've seen bits and pieces.
Their set is like one of like the lower ones.
Wow, that's surprising.
Like Tony did good, Nikki Glazer did good, this guy Andrew did good.
Hmm.
Even Gronk freaking did pretty good.
That I find hard to believe because he doesn't look like the type of man who can put a few sentences together. I bet somebody
Belichick was up there.
I bet somebody wrote it for him.
Andelman, Julian Andelman was up there.
Yeah.
Who else? What's the name?
I don't know.
The quarterback you hate.
Ah, Eli
Peyton
Manning.
Manning. He was
Peyton
there.
Manning.
Why can't he just stay home? Why does he gotta get involved and get in front of the camera for everything?
You hate him
What an
so
ass.
bad.
God,
Sean hates him so bad.
beat him with a golf club.
Ah.
Randy Moss.
What the hell was wrong? Because they used to play together. I'm like, why the?
Drew Bledsoe was there.
He's sitting there going, "You got my job."
He did.
Jeez.
And he still got a ring.
Yes, you should be happy I got injured that day. Shoot. Oh, by the by,
Yes.
I had a whole thing that I'm not gonna like go into a whole thing about this, but my poor Giants
Yeah.
decided to draft Russell Wilson.
Isn't he already like on the team?
No.
thought he was.
He played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's where he, the last place he was. And they
I know his
snatched him
wife's
up.
like a musician.
And they snatched him up. And I was like, oh, boy. So a lot of the comments were really funny.
Don't sound like it's going to be any help.
And one of them, my favorite comment was, hey, it's Russell. He's not here for a long time, but he's here for a good time.
Wow.
I said, that sounds pretty accurate. And I texted my nephew, because my nephew follows football, and I said, they got Russell Wilson, and he goes, oh, he'll be all right. He'll feel,
So who's the quarterback for Steelers now?
I have no idea. He's like, him and Malik Nabers, they'll, get a pass route going, and it's going to be great. And I don't think it's going to be as bad as you think, Tara. And he's better than Daniel Jones. And I said, well, they don't even have Daniel Jones anymore. They got rid of him.
Damn.
I said, I absolutely agree that they needed somebody because the backup that stepped up to be the quarterback, that was atrocious last year.
Who's the quarterback for Patriots now?
I have no idea. Listen, I can
Mac Jones.
barely keep up with my team. I can't keep up with all the teams.
Sean? No, you don't watch football no more.
I haven't watched football in years.
He's got the news on during the day. What?
No, we do, but we don't watch it.
It's just background noise.
Yes.
I understand.
I hate it when we got the TV on in the office because everyone wants to know what the weather's going to be. The weather's on like 5 or 6 times in 1 hour, and none of them even notice it. Then they still ask the other, oh, do you know what the weather's going to be tomorrow?
Just ask Alexa.
The interesting thing about that is you literally have a computer in your pocket that could tell you what the weather is tomorrow.
Yeah,
To as accurate a degree as the person on the TV.
They only use their phones to text, not to look up stuff.
Why do they put the traffic on the news? Like you can't see it when you're driving.
Well, because
Because you're in it.
Before I go out, I want to look at the traffic.
so that you
All right,
know what you're going into.
Hell.
Usually, yeah.
Bumper to bumper. The parking lot.
Jay used to have to do the traffic reports. His favorite expression was brake tapping. A lot of brake tapping happening out there on 95. A lot of brake tapping. I still say that. You're like, look at this. Too much brake tapping on the highway.
No.
Yes, there is, Tara. Too much. So, I think that they just want to engage in conversation with each other and have nothing better to say, so they just go, what's the weather going to be like?
Well, one of my coworkers is obsessed with this Karen retrial.
I thought that was over.
She doesn't start.
No, it's coming back.
It's restarting on the first.
Oh,
I guess
The
retrial.
new
right?
trial.
there's
She killed a cop, right?
Yes.
I
Boston cop.
don't know.
So
She's
police
dating.
officer.
I think there's a lot. I don't know. I don't know enough about it to really comment.
Neither do I.
I heard, but they're doing it's either going to be on HBO Max or Netflix. They're doing like a movie about it,
Yes, they
like
Already?
a documentary.
Of course they
Damn.
are.
Yeah,
Cha-ching.
of course. Yeah,
Well,
I would watch it
they
just
got a
to
ton of docuseries on that Netflix.
figure out what the heck's going
They
on.
got more than that than anything else.
They got to include the fact that the lead investigator of state police
Yeah.
was just fired.
Oh, was he the one fired for the stuff?
Yes.
The stuff he did stuff.
What kind of stuff did he do?
No, there was like a sign, right? He had signs up or something at the barracks, or
I forget what he.
am I thinking of somebody else?
Might be someone else, but
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I,
the lead investigator was on state police, and
yeah.
he was fired for the shit that he did.
Listen, it just the you get like a barrage of news, and sometimes you just can't retain anything.
Breaking news.
Yeah, it's like, oh my goodness, that'll be out of my head in a week.
Bit of breaking news.
Because it's at work, I just get bits and pieces because I still got other stuff to do.
Because the ladies are too busy asking about the weather.
Yeah.
So Sean's got to keep. It's still going to be partly cloudy. There's nothing I can do.
Overcast.
Yeah,
But high temperatures, huh?
yeah.
Been in the 50s.
I started this week, aside from Monday, because that was a wash and I had to take care of the storage unit debacle. I started walking on my lunch break,
Oh, nice.
taking a little walk down the street.
A little stroll.
I like to do
And
that.
the thing that I have noticed is...
Do you play music while you're doing it?
No, I just
Whistle while
Just
you
hum
walk.
I just wander. The thing that I have noticed is the second that you hit the end of my driveway and start walking down my street, there is an immediate uptick in traffic.
She's
no,
walking. Let's go.
No cars before I hit the street, and then it's like boom, boom,
Like
boom,
the Truman Show. Remember that? He's like, look,
Clear
no
till you get
cars,
there.
but there's no cars.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Clear till you get there.
yeah.
It's just like when you're driving, you come up to the intersection.
How far do you go?
Oh, we have a like an elderly facility down there, and I walk down there, and then I kind of wander around the front of it.
Pretend
This
you're
is
one of
gonna be
them.
my future home.
And then I do a circle and I come back. It's not, it's maybe like 10, 15 minutes, but I was like, at least I'm getting outside.
Yeah. Some fresh air,
Yeah,
fresh
something to do.
Somewhat.
It's something to
fresh
do.
polluted air.
Something to do. I mean, I can't,
Run.
I don't have enough time to get any yard work done.
Yeah, but is the grass already grown up?
No, I need to lay down, like a
Mulch.
barrier,
Mulch.
like a weed barrier, and then lay down the mulch.
Ah.
Because if I just lay down mulch, I'm gonna get weeds all poking through. I don't want that. So you lay down like a barrier, and then I'm gonna get new LED because I have these little lights, and most of them are broken and they don't work anymore because it's solar.
Oh.
So I'm gonna replace those.
No more car.
Oh no, I got car stuff. I got car stuff.
It's the next project.
I think I'm gonna paint the engine shrouds,
Nice.
and I'm gonna be the only one who sees it, but I don't care.
Huh? The mechanic will see it. Hey.
I know a mechanic will be like, "Wow, this is snazzy. Look at this."
10 horsepower.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some wrap, like the piping and stuff.
Nice.
Like wrap that.
Right?
And I have an overlay. Well, I haven't got it yet, but for the handles, I'm gonna do black. I think.
The door handles.
Yeah,
Oh, they like
No,
like
the-
handles.
the door handles, and then I don't know the formal term for them. Everybody always calls them the oh shit handles. The handles
Yeah,
inside the
ocean
car.
handles.
I have a piece for that, and that's orange. Of course it is.
Of course.
And that actually should be here next week.
Nice.
So I'm gonna install it. Will only take 2 seconds because it's Velcro. I like an easy install though. I'm not gonna lie.
Remember as a kid, the shoes.
Oh, Velcro shoes.
Easy.
Jeez.
You know how to tie your shoes. I don't need to.
Now I got big people shoes.
Well, they come back at you when you're older.
Yeah, true.
You gotta get them again.
That's sad. AARP, yo.
That came back too.
Okay. So did we have a winner last week?
We did.
Oh no, who was it?
Congratulations to Barbara.
Oh,
She guessed the movie was The Big Sick. She won 3 gift cards. Yes.
But the real question is, did she get to keep them?
No.
So this week's quote's worth 1 gift card, Dunkin' Donuts. Comment the name of the movie on the YouTube video. First and correct, you win. John's going to pull a name for his gift card giveaway. If he pulls your name, you win.
Easy.
To enter his contest, go to the YouTube video, put your name and hashtag Sean next to it, and then we'll put your name in for next week. So, drum roll, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should have started the drum roll.
Ooh. Who's it gonna be?
Oh my goodness. Hey. I'm shuddering with anticipation.
It's almost like we can't have any other drum roll. It's just, our show is this.
We've had it too long now.
And the winner is, congratulations to
Jimbo.
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 Yay.
He hasn't won in a long time.
Oh,
You get 1 gift card courtesy of Sean. And if you get my movie quote, you'll get 2.
that's a lot of pressure.
Are you ready for the quote?
I think so.
All right. Hey, You see that guy? He hit me. No, he didn't hit you. He didn't touch you. He didn't nudge you. He rubbed you. And rubbing's racing. Comment below on YouTube.
I have a lot of questions.
I have answers.
So thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time. Before I send it down the table, here's your fun fact of the week. Speaking of weather.
Oh.
Weather forecasters tend to exaggerate the chance of rain because if it rains when they said it wouldn't, people get angry. But if it doesn't rain when they say it would, they are happy. This is known as wet bias.
Wet bias.
Wet bias.
Wow. Okay then. Have a great weekend. Happy April Fool's Day.
Oh boy.
Coming up
Everything.
Tuesday.
Peace.